Now, the Uttar Pradesh Special Task Force team was in charge with bringing Vikas Dubey back to Kanpur after he was arrested in Madhya Pradesh's Ujjain. India Today followed the convoy back to Kanpur, and our reporters were stopped at certain point. What is really here that transpired? We take you through.
July 9th, Thursday, 7 p.m. UP STF convoy takes Dubey into custody and leaves for Kanpur. India Today's team follows the 4-vehicle convoy of the Special Task Force. Sitting in one of these vehicles, gangster Vikas Dubey looks relaxed, thinking that by surrendering himself, he's saved his own life. The convoy had to travel a distance of more than 650 kilometers, but due to bad roads, it would take them 10 hours. At 9:30 p.m., the convoy stopped to refuel vehicles between Shahjahanpur and Pachor. India Today's Ravishpal Singh and his cameraman also stopped their car to catch a glimpse of gangster Dubey. But an angered Special Task Force team stops them from filming. 10 kilometers ahead of Pachor near a dhaba, one Innova vehicle from the convoy overtakes India Today's car in a manner that we had to stop. STF officers take the key of India Today's vehicle. They jostle India Today's cameraman Irshad and are angry that we're following their convoy. Despite repeated requests, the Special Task Force team doesn't return our car keys and then moves on.
जो ड्राइवर है उसके साथ पहले झूमा झटकी की, उससे कार की चाबी छीनी, फेंकी और उसके बाद जो हमारे सहयोगी कैमरामैन हैं उन्होंने चाबी को उठा करके अपने पास रखने की कोशिश की, तो उन्हें धक्का दे करके यहीं ये जो ढाबे के जो पलंग है जहां पे बैठ के सब खाना खाते हैं यहीं पे गिरा दिया और उनसे कार की चाबी छीनकर वो आगे फरार हो गए.
India Today's Ravishpal Singh then called a senior police official and asked for their intervention. The STF team returns the keys to another reporter of India Today, some 61 kilometers away from the site where Ravishpal was stranded. The STF also warned not to follow their convoy. India Today's team was present at every crucial point on the Ujjain-Kanpur highway to report on Vikas Dubey. Until this point, everything was going smooth.
ये आप देख पा रहे हैं जो ये विकास दुबे है उसको लेकर कानपुर पुलिस की टीम, ये आप देख पा रहे हैं इसमें इसी कार में जो विकास दुबे है वो बैठा हुआ है, यूपी एसटीएफ की टीम बैठी हुई है.
Around 6:30 a.m., the STF convoy reaches the Kanpur toll plaza. India Today's Arvind Ojha starts following the convoy. At the toll plaza, 2 more vehicles join Dubey's convoy. One at the front, another at the back. The sole purpose of this was to stop media vehicles from entering the convoy.
हमारी गाड़ी को ओवरटेक करने की यहाँ पर कोशिश की जा रही है. जाहिर तौर पर एक सिक्योरिटी थ्रेट भी है, ऐसा सोर्स बता रहे हैं.
Undeterred, India Today's Arvind Ojha continues to follow the convoy, even though the police tried to dangerously overtake our vehicle. Near the Kanpur toll plaza, an effort was made again to stop India Today's vehicle, but somehow we managed to avoid it. Just a few kilometers ahead, there was barricading. We were stopped in the name of checking. The time was 6:55 a.m.
तो मीडिया कर्मियों को क्यों रोक दिया गया?
नहीं रोका नहीं है, सबको निकलवा रहा है. चेक
नहीं आपने जानबूझ कर रोका है.
किसी को नहीं रोका गया,
सबको जानबूझ कर
चेकिंग हो रहा है.
After 10 minutes of arguments, our vehicle was allowed to pass the barricading and we again started following Vikas Dubey's convoy. India Today's Arvind Ojha noticed that one vehicle from the convoy had turned turtle. The police informed us that an accident had happened. We got to know that Vikas Dubey was inside the vehicle and that he allegedly snatched a policeman's weapon and was killed while trying to flee.
ये वो गाड़ी थी जिसमें बकायदा जो एसटीएफ के लोग थे वो सवार थे और ये गाड़ी जो है पूरी तरह से पलट गई है.
For 15 minutes, we were not able to follow the convoy in Kanpur because the police stopped us at the barricades, and in those 15 minutes, Vikas Dubey was encountered. With Ravish Pal Singh, Pankaj Sharma in Ujjain, Himanshu Mishra and Arvind Ojha in Kanpur, Bureau Report, India Today.
Now, a full-blown political war has erupted after notorious gangster Vikas Dubey was shot dead by UP police in an encounter. Opposition is also now claiming that with Dubey's encounter, the gangster's dirty nexus would be difficult to expose.
The man who killed 8 Uttar Pradesh cops is dead. But from Lucknow to Delhi, a massive political slugfest has erupted. The Congress is asking if Dubey was gunned down to protect any big fish that shielded him for so long. The party is seeking an independent probe by a retired Supreme Court judge.
जिन्होंने विकास दुबे जैसे अपराधी की परवरिश की, उन्हें पाला पोसा, उनकी असलियत सामने आनी चाहिए। तो हमारी ये मांग है कि जांच होनी चाहिए और न्याय होना चाहिए।
Samajwadi Party chief Akhilesh Yadav took a dig at the UP chief minister, holding Yogi Adityanath responsible for the encounter.
इसकी हत्या या इसका इनकाउंटर इसलिए किया है कि इसके सीने में बहुत सारे राज दफन थे, क्योंकि अगर पर्दा उठ जाता तो बीजेपी को अपने सवालों का जवाब नहीं दे सकती थी, और ये कारण ही पलटी है। मुख्यमंत्री जी ने अपनी सरकार पलटने से बचाया है।
BSP Supremo Mayawati lambasted the state government and sought a probe to unravel the police gangster links. From Shiv Sena to National Conference, political parties are asking searing questions. Facing a volley of charges, the BJP has hit back.
अफसोस और मातम की बात उन लोगों के लिए होगी जो लोग कल पकड़ लिया तो कह रहे थे कि जिंदा क्यों पकड़ लिया, आज मर गया तो कह रहे हैं कि मर कैसे गया, कई राज दफन हो गए।
Encounters have seen a spike ever since Yogi Adityanath assumed power in Uttar Pradesh. They are now synonymous with the much publicized crackdown on crime.
आप कहते हैं कि या तो जो अपराधी हैं वो जेल में जाएंगे या यमराज के पास जाएंगे, ये क्या बात है?
तो मैं क्या अपराधियों की आरती उतारूं? मुझे एक बात बताइए, जो अपराधी सरेआम किसी पुलिस के कर्मी को गोली मार दे रहा है, मुझे लगता है कि उसकी पूजा तो नहीं ही होनी चाहिए और किसी को भी नहीं करनी चाहिए।
The political sound and fury over the encounter will die down in a few days. With the history sheeter now history, the key question is, what about his political bosses who sheltered Vikas Dubey? Will they also escape the law? With video journalist Parminder Sharma, Arvind Ojha, Ankit Tyagi, this is Mosmi Singh in Kanpur for India Today.
Now, Maharashtra continues to remain one of the worst hit states with over 7,800 cases reported in the last 24 hours. With this, the total number of cases in Maharashtra has topped the 23,000 mark. Death toll in the state now stands at over 9,600. Financial capital Mumbai continues to have maximum number of cases in Maharashtra with a total of more than 90,000 cases and 1,337 deaths. To deal with rising cases in Pune, officials are now testing an immunity booster syrup in order to control the increase in cases. This comes even as the government has decided to once again impose a complete lockdown in Pune starting Monday. Despite rise in cases, the state government has also allowed hotels and restaurants to function with 33% capacity. The government has also issued guidelines for hotels to function. These SOPs include thermal screening of visitors, regular sanitation drives there in the occupancies, and entry of only asymptomatic patients, among others. Now, with total coronavirus cases nearing the 8 lakh mark. Several states have decided on a relock to contain the COVID-19 spread. Uttar Pradesh, which has reported over 32,000 cases so far, has now gone for a weekend lockdown. All markets and offices will remain shut across the UP during the weekend lockdown, which ends at 5 a.m. on Monday. On the other hand, a 7-day lockdown has been imposed in Patna since yesterday. Remember, Bihar has witnessed a surge in coronavirus cases, taking the total number of cases in the state now to over 13,900. India's worst hit state, Maharashtra, will witness a lockdown in Pune from Monday. Maharashtra Deputy Chief Minister Ajit Pawar there has ordered the district authorities to decide the modalities there of the lockdown in Pune as well as neighbouring Pimpri Chinchwad areas as well. On the other hand, lockdown has also been extended in Kerala's capital, Thiruvananthapuram, by a week. A National Investigation Agency tightens its grip in the gold smuggling case that has come as a huge embarrassment to the LDF government in Kerala. Taking charge, NIA in its FIR has now booked the absconding Swapna Suresh under the UAPA and has opposed anticipatory bail to her that Kerala High Court had posted for hearing on Tuesday. Centre's counsel Ashok Menon, while opposing Swapna's plea, said that since NIA has taken over the probe from Customs, High Court cannot entertain her bail plea. Meanwhile, in the report submitted by Customs, Swapna Suresh has been accused as a key person in the gold smuggling row here. The opposition, unrelenting in their attack, staged protests across the various district offices against the Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan, demanding his resignation now. Now, West Indies continued their good show in the first test against England at Southampton. Visitors took at 114 runs lead in the first innings.
Holder pulls it high in the air.
West Indies were bowled out for 318 in response to England's 204. Ben Stokes starred with the ball for the hosts, picking up 4 wickets. Dowrich and Craig Brathwaite scored half centuries for the Windies. Ben Stokes also completed 150 test wickets there and became only the 6th player to complete the double of 150 wickets and 4,000 test runs. In reply, England were 15 without loss at stumps on day 3.
150 test wickets now for Ben Stokes.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.